I just want to just briefly share a bit of my testimony. I've been married for 25 years, and in my life, I remember when I first got saved. I remember going past the church. I lived just beyond the church on the same road. We had to pass the church, and I remember me and my best friend. We wanted to go party. We wanted to go drink and do drugs. We wanted to go find a party. And I remember, you know, we were trying to be so cool. And we were walking. How cool can that be, eh? You didn't have a vehicle. You didn't have a phone to text anybody. We were so cool anyway. But I remember walking past the church, and there was an individual in there that was preaching. His name was Lawrence Stratford, and he had just gotten out of prison. And a few months back, and here's this rough-looking dude in the church, real long hair, curly long hair, really rough-looking dude, and he was preaching about the love of God, preaching about the love Jesus has for you and I. And I remember going in. Stopping at this, just by the church doors, and I looked at my best friend and I said, let's go in there for a little while. And he said, okay, we're going for a little while, and then we'll go. So we went in and sat down, and just as we were sitting down, we were just finishing up a song, and the minister came on. And he began to preach about his life. And he began to preach, and it seemed like he was talking about my life. And I remember towards the end of the sermon, he made a call, an altar call for people to come and accept the Lord. And through that whole service, the Lord was speaking to my heart. Something was stirring in my spirit. I looked at my best friend, and I said, let's go up there. Let's go up there and change our lives. And he looked at me, square in the eyes, and he said, go ahead. He said, it's not for me. He said, go ahead. And I remember getting up, and I walked to the front, and I gave my heart to the Lord that night. And I remember seeing my dad playing, weeping, crying, seeing his boy come to the Lord. And you're going to meet my dad tomorrow night. He's going to come, and you'll see the older version of me by 20 years. But he's a great guy. He's been a really encouragement in my life. But I remember when I gave my heart to the Lord, I changed my life. And it really started to go really fast from that point for me and my wife, because we weren't married when we were living together. And probably about 3 days later, we got married really fast. Everything just changed in my life. I had so many people coming to my house, offering drinks and all the free booze you wanted, and I didn't want it anymore. I didn't want that type of life, and it changed my life. You know, he made a decision at that time to change my life forever. I'm still going forward on with that after 25 years. I still love the Lord. I'm not perfect. I stumble, I fall, but I get up. And I keep walking for the Lord. And I want to let you know tonight, you know, in our walk with God, we're going to stumble. We're going to fall. But, you know, it's a matter of getting up and dusting ourselves off and continuing on. We need to understand that we can't allow ourselves to stay down there. We need to get up and continue walking. Amen? So I just want to encourage you, you know, if you know that the Lord is speaking to your heart, you know, don't ignore that call. You know, sometimes it may be too late. I've had so many friends in my life that have ignored that call, and they're no longer here. You know, and I really plead with you tonight. You know, if you feel that call of Jesus upon your life, give your heart to the Lord. You won't go wrong. He is the author and the finisher of our faith. Amen. The Alpha and the Omega, and the beginning and the end. It's all about Jesus Christ. It's all about Him.